All right, begin.
What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great start to your Wednesday. Let's go ahead and get down to business and talk about Nene Leakes calling out the rest of the girls, rest of the housewives for not boycotting Bravo. So this is what's going down. Now, I don't know what prompted this latest tirade from Nene. I don't know if she was sitting in the back of her bar, the Lanithia, having a few drinks and things of that nature and just got mad, thinking about how Bravo slighted her. And so she just went off on Twitter and she said a few things and she wanted to get it off her chest. So she just went off on a Twitter rant in regards to boycotting Bravo, and she called out all the housewives. And in particular, she called out Porsha. So guys, I want to read to you all what she had to say in regards to Porsha and the other housewives not stepping up and taking a stand against Bravo. All right, so Nene says, stand up, protest, sign the petition, and stop watching. The treatment of black women behind the scene is wrong. Even the cast that's currently filming knows wrong is and what's happening. Knows wrong is and what's happening? Listen, I'm telling you, she had a few drinks when she tweeted this, because I think that she meant to say knows what wrong is and what's happening. They try to silence us. We must speak up. When wrong is happening, I won't stop. The payoff and reward lawyers, managers, agents, and even certain cast members to keep their dirty work going. I won't stop speaking out until something is done. I will call names if need be. Then she says, RT at Do Not Come For Me Forum, at Nene Leakes, at Porsha For Real, should be standing with you. They're scared to lose their checks, but you can't let them get away with discrimination, retaliation, and blacklisting, and unequal pay. There's power in numbers. I will start calling everybody out. I didn't say anything publicly for years, but I spoke out behind the scenes in emails, text messages, and conference calls. I can show you. I spoke to executives for help as well for years. It must stop. It doesn't matter your race, just fight for what's right. All right, so let me talk about this Nene situation, and I want you guys to hear me out, right? So I feel the need to defend her, and I'm gonna get on her as well. So let me defend Nene real quick and tell you how I feel about this situation. All right, so when it comes to Nene wanting to boycott Bravo, I've been seeing a lot of negative responses coming from our own people. A lot of people feel that Nene may be sending the right message, but it's coming from the wrong messenger, given her history on the show, her attitude, and things of that nature. And then you have certain folks that feel that Nene is just jealous because she's no longer on the show, which could very well be true, right? So, and then you have people who ask the question of, why now, Nene? Why are you wanting to boycott now? You said that you were experiencing these things earlier on. Why are you talking about it now? You know, the typical question that someone who has been victimized often gets is, why now? All right, so let me ask this question. Have any of you, because I know I have, worked in a situation where you were uncomfortable, you weren't happy, you were being treated unfair, but you still showed up every day because you knew that you had to pay the bills, you had to put food on the table, right? So look at Nene's situation. She knew that she needed to get this money, right? Because this opportunity doesn't come around for people that have the same hue as me often. So Nene was getting her money, in my estimation. She put the money first, the bag first. Now, you have other individuals that will sacrifice the bag to protect their integrity and for the sake of being respected. But in this case, and in many cases, most of us have worked in uncomfortable situations and dealt with whatever we had to deal with just to make ends meet. So I find it kind of hard to judge Nene on why she didn't come forth earlier with information and putting her job and her check in jeopardy without Nene having any clear knowledge of how her future would be financially, because for the most part, she was just living off that Real Housewives of Atlanta check. She had side gigs here and there, but you know, something got canceled one time and it was nothing set in stone for Nene. So I don't see anything wrong with Nene actually getting her bag and then wanting to speak out. And I don't see anything wrong with somebody who was in Nene's position and they said, no, you know what? You can keep your cash. I'd rather leave with my integrity and my respect. Now, let's talk about Nene's attitude. Now, I'm not going to defend her attitude. Nene got quite nasty and nastier over the years. But I will say that she kept you all entertained for quite some time, right? She was very entertaining. She was the reason why the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they had the ratings that they did because of Nene. So I find it hypocritical when some of us say, oh, I can't stand Nene's attitude, but you watch it and you promote that type of commentary. Because if Nene was talking about something for the culture or supporting, our businesses and things like that, if she was a more positive person, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, she wouldn't have sold like she sold. You wouldn't have wanted that version of Nene, right? So why are we disrespecting the version of Nene that everybody gravitated towards and everybody wanted to see at one point in time, and judging her based off of her attitude getting nastier and just totally discrediting the fact that even though her attitude is nasty, it doesn't mean that Nene is not telling the truth. Why she can't tell her truth because you don't like her attitude anymore? You and I, we don't have to interact with Nene on a day-to-day basis. So my thing is, we're looking at her attitude on television, but we're not seeing what's going on behind the scenes. So we're judging her off of the unknown, really, because you never know what she was going through behind the scenes that caused her to act out like she did in front of the camera when she was filming the Real Housewives of Atlanta episodes. That's why she could have become more nastier, because of the way Bravo was treating her behind the scenes. But we don't think about that. We just judge the person, especially when it comes to celebrities, of what we see of them on television, how they act, how their character presents themselves to us, or how they conduct themselves on social media. That's what we judge them off of, and sometimes that can be a bit unfair. Now, I don't know, because of the fact that it's Black History Month, that prompted Nene to actually tweet all of this stuff out, because if you look at what I read you, she tweeted this out on the first day of February, so I don't know if she thought that she was going to get the help and the backing of our people, but she must remember the fact that, our people, we didn't even back Monique when she came out with her accusations against Netflix. So I don't know what Nene thought that she was going to get, because it seems that our people, we always focus on what we dislike about an individual that have the same hue as I do, versus what the person is actually saying or alleging or accusing some company or someone of. We look at what we don't like about that person. But some of us are so quick, right, to defend, to protect, and also to forgive other cultures that violate us to the highest magnitude. We want to give them hugs. We want to preach togetherness. We want to turn the other cheek, but we don't do the same for our people in most cases. And I want to say that, when I was talking about Monique, I said all of us. No, some of us did support Monique. I did support Monique. I didn't buy into why now, and you're asking me to cancel Netflix and over your mess, and you making 500,000. I didn't get into that mess. I just looked at what this woman was saying. I believed her. I stood with her. And come to find out, Tyler Perry actually told the truth on the phone and said that Monique wasn't hard to work with. So you see where that got us? And not too long ago, a judge ruled that they were going to move forward with Monique's case against Netflix. So it has to be something there. So you see where it gets us when we discredit our own people. Now, let's talk about Nene calling out Porsha. Now, what Nene should have done is had a conversation. I'm pretty sure she's had many conversations with Porsha about this, because she wouldn't have felt this comfortable to talk about Porsha and put her out there on social media. The one thing that I would say about that, she shouldn't have included Porsha in her assessment about what she was doing in regards to Bravo, because now you're potentially messing up her bag. You may have the execs looking at her as if she's talking behind the scenes, but showing up to work, smiling in their faces. And that's not a good look. I think that Nene should have kept Porsha's name off of social media. Don't compromise someone else's bag just because, you have this vision, and your vision may be clear and it may be right, but you can't put other people in jeopardy of losing their checks. I think that Nene should allow Porsha, when she's ready, to talk about anything that she feels that's going on with Bravo that's not right. It's not Nene's job to put Porsha out there on Front Street to make her talk. Let Porsha talk when she gets ready. You can't be so hell-bent at getting at Bravo and then you're exposing what everybody else is saying about Bravo. Let them do exactly what you did. You got your bag first, you got financially comfortable first, and then you started to act up. let Porsha do the same. Let the other women do the same. If they have a problem with Bravo, I'm pretty sure that one day they will come to the conclusion that they may need to back you. It just depends on how they feel about you, because you did get into a lot of spats with the women on the show, but you and Porsha, y'all were relatively close. Y'all had, run-ins and things like that, but it wasn't to the magnitude of where I would think that your friendship would be in double jeopardy. Maybe it is. But what I'm saying is, allow those women to come to the plate when they get ready. I know that if you're having conversations behind the scenes with Porsha and she's telling you all of this stuff, it may come off to be a bit fake to Nene that you're having these same issues with Bravo, but you're not standing with me. So I can see where Nene is coming from on that. But at the same time, like I said, they're not ready to jeopardize that check, just like you weren't ready to jeopardize your check in the early going-ons in your career. Now, don't expect Kandi to help you, because Bravo has done right by Kandi, and Kandi is financially stable for the rest of her life. So Kandi is good. But, as far as Porsha, I don't know what's going on there. Whatever conversations they've had that led Nene to think that she could just put her out there on social media like that. But you may have jeopardized your friendship with Porsha by just doing that. All I'm saying is that, we can't be out here talking about protect our women, right? And stand by our women, but then we judge them just because they have a bad attitude, or we don't like the way that they did something, or we don't like what they said on social media. And then we decide to mute them because of all of that. And they could be telling the truth, and they're trying to help the people that come after them, so they won't have to go through this. We can't do that, So, I just think that we need to do better collectively. And that's all I have to say about this. Anyway, I'm gonna let this go and let y'all have at it in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about this entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.